first film and book came out, we go around, we've been around Orlando, and these guys have come up to us who are in their 20s and said, "Hey, I was 10 when the first film came out. Thanks for it's my childhood," which is pretty. It brings it all home to us, really, that it wasn't just us who had something to do with it. It was everyone who watches it. It's a generation thing.
I think I'll always kind of miss kind of parts of it because it's been my childhood, really, and yeah, the people I think the most, because we did kind of form this kind of family.
It just makes me think that quality is important. They're great books, and they continue to make really good films out of them by hiring all the right people in every department, and nobody compromised anything. And if you do that and you tell the story with truth and integrity, it will find an audience and it will affect people.
What was one of your first reactions when you learned that you'd been cast in Harry Potter?
I was delighted, you can imagine. I'd already read the first two books, or the amount of books that were out there, which I think was the first two then. And the second book was the first book I'd never had a book which had made me so into it that I'd stayed up all night to read it.
I think that's what's really special about these films. They do kind of go through generations, and this park is going to definitely help it live on, and maybe I'll bring my kids here one day, which is quite a scary thing.
What was one of your first reactions when you kind of came here and saw the Wizarding World for the first time?
I was shocked because I thought it was going to be really cheesy. That's the truth of it. I thought it was going to be kind of a plastic version of our sets, but they're not. They are the sets. They're exactly the same, but bigger and better, and the rides are fabulous, and it was infinitely better than I'd expected.
It's extraordinary what they've done. I mean, it's absolutely complete. It's something that we don't get to see in the studio. I think some people have said to us, isn't it just like being back on set? It's fantastic. I was like, well, no, because really, we have what's behind us, we have what's being shot, but around us are lights, camera, everything else. It's not a 360-degree Hogsmeade or Hogwarts experience, which this is.
It's great to see the spirit of the films translated to this theme park.
Being out here, it's just totally different, but being in Hogwarts itself, it was just nearly hit the nail on the head, it was so close to what it was like while we were filming on the sets. And I think they've done a great job in putting it all together here.
I don't know if you're familiar, but there is a book series called The Hunger Games. A lot of people are comparing it to Harry Potter and Twilight. Do you have any advice for the cast and the kind of crazy journey they're bound to embark on?
Just enjoy it, and feel privileged to be doing what you're doing, and appreciate it at the time. This past 10 years has gone past very quickly, and here we are celebrating the release of the last film, and yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but just try and appreciate the journey as it's occurring.